Good morning, guys, and happy Monday. It is a brand new week and I am vlogging today to bring you along with me in my work day, and maybe tomorrow. It depends how much footage I get today, but at least today during my school day. So I'm actually here a little bit early this morning. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me to get up this morning. Really hard. I'm dragging. I'm gonna make some tea, I think, in a little bit with my tea kettle here and just try to find my energy. I had a great weekend. Tony came up and we painted pretty much all of the living room area in our RV. If you don't know, we are soon going to be full-time RV living while our house is just getting settled and everything, and it's honestly really great because we're going to be also living rent-free basically, and so we can save a lot of money. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new, hi, my name is Michelle and I am an art teacher, and my husband and I actually just started another channel, and you can kind of catch up on that side of my life with our other channel, The Berry Mountain Homestead, and I link that in the description box always, so you can check that out there. Okay, so back to my morning. Yes, it was hard to get up, but I did it. And I am here. I'm here early because I knew that I had to clean up the room. Friday, I just kind of pieced out, honestly. It's Friday. Like, I knew there was a mess, but I wanted to start my weekend. So I got here a little early this morning. I cleaned up the room, and I also knew that I wanted to chat with you guys and just kind of get organized for my week. Now, it is a short week. Hallelujah. It is a 2.5 day week, and Wednesday is kind of a wash because basically what happens is we come in and I stay with my homeroom in the morning, and then I take my homeroom to the gym and everyone plays volleyball. Well, I guess not everyone. It's seniors and staff go against each other from what I understand. I have not seen it yet, of course, because I'm new this year, but I am participating. So I'm playing volleyball all Wednesday morning, and then I think I have one period of class because of lunches, and then we go home. And so I'm really excited for the short week. I've been feeling like I need a break, and at first I almost felt guilty for feeling that way because I have been at this school for a little over a month and that's it. But then I realized, well, yeah, I've been at this school for a little over a month, but I've been still teaching the whole year, and you know, this is kind of the time that you start to get burnt out and tired and you need a little break, and it just gets a little harder around this time. So especially with all the transitioning and kind of setting up 2 classrooms and everything, I'm not surprised, and I'm exhausted and I'm ready for a break. But I don't know, I just, my first reaction was, oh, like, why do I need a break? I've only been here a little bit. But really, I've been teaching since August, just like everyone else, and so the break is definitely going to be a good thing. If you're a teacher and you have off this whole week, I am very, very jealous. Very jealous. But like I said, we only have 2 days and then a half day, and then I have Thursday, Friday, and Monday off, so I'm very grateful at least for that. Alright, so there's 2 new projects that I do want to share with you guys this morning. The one is my advanced art. Just started a 2-point perspective house drawing. It's been an adventure. Teaching perspective to kids is always a little challenging. Just getting their brain to kind of think that way and see that way is hard, but I will show you like the progress and what I'm talking about, so you can actually like see it and visualize it versus me just chatting about it. Alright, so 2-point perspective. This is what I'm talking about when you have a horizon line and then you have the 2 points and you're building your house from that, and so you have to think visually, you know, in the different planes of this, and sometimes it can be challenging. So I kind of go over some of the rules of 2-point perspective, and then they started with either a sketch like this, or I also let them print out a house, and then we kind of traced over, and there's a way to find the horizon line when you have a photo, and then kind of go from there and finding where you should be putting your lines in your actual paper, which is this one. Alright, so here's the sketch, and then here is what she's working on. Hopefully you can see that. I know there's a shadow, but basically, oh, it's my shadow, hello. And then what I'm going to have them do is add value to this, not color. We're going to have a lot of shading, and that way we can get some texture in our homes and make them look pretty realistic. I'm excited for this. It's been a process. Okay, next little lesson update is 9th grade. I'm having 9th grade create these paper mache letters. that they are going to paint three-dimensionally. So they have to have a design for all sides. And then like every other project, I had them sketch out their design, which then they take their actual letter and create it. So let me see if I can find one that's kind of not done yet. This way I can show you the process. All right, so they took you could use cardstock, we use tagboard, and they traced their letter, and then they just made two sides, so the front, the back, and then they had to problem solve and create the sides with that same like cardstock tagboard. Then we use paper mache and newspaper. Am I in focus? There we go. We use paper mache and newspaper to, you know, coat the whole thing, make it nice and tough, and then they put gesso or white acrylic paint as a base for their letter, and then they had to have a theme, and that's what they're going to be painting on their letter. Some sort of theme. It could be something about them, or it could just be a design that they really liked. Here's one that's sketched out, and then this one, of course, I love because of Van Gogh. I think this is gonna be really cool with the Starry Night. Okay, one more lesson update for you, and it's my Art 1 kids, and we are doing mandalas, and this is a hack for them if you want to do this with your kids, because this is something that you could do with pretty much any grade level. You would just simplify the designs. So what you do is you cut out 1/8 of a circle. So you draw your circle, you cut out 1/8, oh no, I'm sorry, you cut out 1/4, and then you fold it in half, like that, okay? The kids only need to design this little 1/8 of a section. So this is it. This is all that they design. I tell them either to make rings and then make a different pattern or zentangle in each ring, or just start from the bottom and kind of doodle and go up. It's a great, calm, de-stressing lesson because it's doodling, it's designs, it's kind of non-thinking. That's been proven to like really just calm anxiety, relax humans. I was gonna say students, but really anybody. And so it's a really good lesson for them. And then what you do is you take your 1/8, you take it to a light box or a window if you don't have a light box, you trace it. So now you have it on both sides. So now you have a 1/4 that is symmetrical from here to here. So this is now symmetrical. Then you take your paper and now you have a symmetrical 1/4 that you're going to put this underneath your paper to a window or a light box, trace it again, put it here, trace it again, and then the same thing. And so now you're going to have a radial symmetry design for your mandala. I think I'm either going to have them keep them black and white, or I have seen there's an Instagram, I'll show it to you guys. There's an Instagram that's really cool, and they have really bright mandalas, and they even have drawings inside, so I might have them do that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but let me pull that Instagram up because I think you guys would really enjoy it. Alright, here is the mandala account. It's mandala_ok_, and this is kind of like my inspiration. Go check out this Instagram though, it's really, really good. Here, let me get a little closer so you can see, but some of them have a little creature inside. If you look at that, how cool is that? I love it. And then look at that one with the botanicals around the outside. I think that's really cool. So she really plays with contrast between color and black and white. So I mean, that's definitely something that we could do, or we could just do black and white. Like I said, I don't know yet. I'm just still deciding. I have time because they're still working on just their design. But this account again is mandala_ok_. It's definitely worth checking out. They have some really, really fun stuff on here, and it's just bright and colorful and happy, and the designs are really neat. Alright, so I still have some time before technically like my day starts, like when we have to be here, and so I am going to pull up, I have my computer here, I'm going to pull up Skillshare, and I'm going to kind of go through the classes and look for something on there to, one, brush up on my own skills, but also maybe brainstorm and find some ideas for my students. I love Skillshare because I think it's so important for people to continue learning. I think that's just the best thing that you can do is always be learning, always be using your brain, and Skillshare has so many different options. So it just depends on like what you like to do. Me, of course, I love art and I love sewing and baking and all that stuff, and Skillshare has it all. But there's things on there for even business people. Like there's marketing classes and all these different kinds of classes, a plethora of classes on there that are taught by people, genuine people, teachers who are on there because they love learning and they want to help others. There are over 25,000 classes on Skillshare, and there is seriously something for everybody, from gardening to business to art, whatever it is, you can probably find it on Skillshare. It's phenomenal, and the teachers that I have taken classes with so far have been really good. Video based, you can do it on your own time, and it's only $10 a month, which I think is a steal, because if you would take a class on your own, like for example like a cooking class or an art class, it's going to be close to $100 for just an hour or two. So $10 a month is really good. So thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this portion of the video. If you guys do decide that you would like to check out Skillshare, they will put that in the description box. It will give you 2 free months of the premium membership. There's no commitment, you can cancel anytime, and so it's something to definitely try out. I love it. There's just so much on there for everybody. This one is called Intro to Watercolor Florals for Graphic Design. I'm gonna be doing the watercolor florals of small flowers, so I'm gonna need to go get some watercolor paper, some watercolor, and then I can start this video and get started. Hey guys, it is after school and I am in the car, and I'm going to just kind of reflect over my day with you in the car because it was a crazy day and I'm very tired. But before I do that, I have very exciting news. I just got myself my first P.O. box and I am so excited. I know it's such a little thing, but I am excited for it. I got my key and I am pumped. So basically the backstory of why I got a P.O. box is a few reasons, but when I had an Etsy shop and I was selling actual physical products and you would send them out, and as a return address, my address was always on it, and it always, I don't know, I was just a little uncomfortable with it. I'm sure you guys can understand. So basically, there's parts of my life, obviously, that I want to keep private, even though I share a lot on YouTube, like, I don't want my address out there. Also, another big reason is when I do brand deals, and I'm collaborating with different brands, and they send me things, and I don't want to use my actual address for that either. I just don't want to basically be giving out my actual address, as I'm sure you can understand why anyone would not want to do that for people who you just don't know that well. You just want to keep that part of your life private. So with my whole move and everything, I figured, you know what, it's now the time I'm going to get my P.O. box, and I did, and I'm pumped. Also, not that you guys need to do this by any means, but if you ever wanted to send me something, I will always leave my P.O. box down in the description box. So it's also there for my subscribers if you ever wanted to use it as well. All right, so let's talk school. School was really great. School's been really great. I love my job. I love my students. You guys know this transition has been phenomenal for me, but I'm still feeling burnt out. And I mentioned this earlier, but it's just, I'm tired. I'm very tired. I feel like on the weekends, I'm working a lot on either the RV or packing up our rental home. And so I don't get to really relax on the weekend. Not that I don't get like my me time, because honestly, I keep busy. That's just my personality. If I wasn't doing the RV project, I'd be doing a different project. Like, that's just me. I like to stay busy, but I also feel like it's the time of year, and I'm a little burnt out a little bit. I just feel like my motivations for school isn't at the peak as it usually is. I'm usually a big go-getter and just like going above and beyond, and I have just felt a little worn out. And I think this break will be really good for that, and I think Christmas break will be even better for that. And there's just been a lot going on this year, and so I feel like it's been a whirlwind and it's really fast, and now, at least with my career, that part is slowing down, and so now I'm feeling like the weight of it all everything that basically has happened this year. And so having that moment to pause is making me realize how tired I am. So I'm just definitely looking forward to a break. I know my friend Janice, she has a YouTube channel, and probably some of you follow her. She changed it. Where's my phone? She changed what it was called. I think it's called Janice One Vlogs. Let me look though. But I adore her. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. If you guys don't follow her, you need to go over and follow her, because she's just become a sweet friend of mine that I've met here on YouTube, which is really cool. But, of course, I have no service to look up her new YouTube name. When this loads, I will show you. But anyway, so she was saying in one of her recent videos that she's burnt out too, and I think it's just the time of the year. She just recently went on this like camping getaway, and I'm jealous. I'm so jealous, even though where we're moving, I mean, it's basically like you're camping 24/7, but just like that whole getaway feel, I don't know. I was envious of her. It's a beautiful place that she went, and I kind of want to take Tony sometime. It's in Virginia, but then again, like I said, where we're moving, it's like you're camping 24/7 all the time. We're in the woods, so I don't know that I will feel the need for something like that once we're settled, but it's just that kind of like getaway factor, like taking a break from real life and just like breathing, I think, is actually what I'm looking for rather than a location. There she is. Can you see her? So she did change her YouTube name to Janice Swan Vlogs. I was correct. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is basically like vlogging in general. I love vlogging. I love showing you guys a peek into my life. I love chatting with you. It's so fun. With my change in my job, it's changed the dynamic a little bit of how I can film. I used to pick up the camera during my lunch. I used to pick it up before school. I used to pick it up after school. And those are my 3 main times. I would also sometimes walk around, like if I saw the kids doing something really cool, I would pick up my camera. And as I'm walking around, because I would be doing that anyway, to check on them, I would film what they were doing. I would never get them in it. Of course, you know, that's a whole other thing. But, you know, I would always be careful of my students' privacy, but I would get like their artwork and stuff. And with my new job at the high school level, you know, I have kind of like an open door policy basically, and like the kids come in all day long. There's so much more freedom with high school. So if a kid is done something in their class early, they're ahead, they can ask and they can come to the art room, they can work on their project. And I have a big group of kids who love to do that. And I feel like absolutely I want them to come in anytime they want, because for me, that's what I did in high school. It was like the art room was my little home away from home. It was like my safe little, you know, comfy, cozy spot in high school, and I loved it. I always hung out in the art room. So I want to have that available for my students to come in. Yeah, I'm eating lunch, but guess what? They just sit there and they work on their art and they're silent, and literally, I don't even have to talk to them if I didn't want to. Like, they're that independent and they just want to be in there in the quiet and working on their artwork. So it's not like it's inconveniencing me. In fact, I like it. But that changes kind of the dynamic of when I film and when I, you know, can pick up the camera, basically. So I feel like a lot of my videos are going to kind of transition a little more into kind of like this, just like reflecting and, you know, following along in my day. And I can show you the projects that they're doing when I can. But I do also love sharing my life and sharing my life outside of teaching too, which I've talked about this before, but like lifestyle stuff is really fun for me also to share those things and to share my hobbies and to share like even beauty and fashion and organizational stuff and like, you know, the other parts of me, like I love sharing that as well. And now with Tony, my other channel with him has been a blast, sharing like the outdoor side of me and like the gardening side and that kind of stuff. So I feel like a lot of times we forget that people have a bunch of different layers and a bunch of different parts of them, in that, you know, we are more than just teachers sometimes. And I love teaching. Absolutely love what I do. I'm so happy and I love helping other teachers. Like that's so rewarding to me to help other teachers. And so I'm not going to stop that by any means. I just think that sometimes it might change just a little bit in how I'm delivering, I guess, that information. So it is currently 4:18. Look at Dixie and my cat Remy. They're so cute. But anyway, I am going to head home. To be honest, I might take a nap. I don't know. I'm so tired. I might either take a nap or drink some like Coke Zero. I know it's bad for you, but I need like a pick-me-up. And oh god, I want to read my book so bad, but I know I'm so tired that I'm just gonna fall asleep if I read. I haven't watched YouTube in a while. I might do that. I might edit the stuff that I've already filmed from today. But I kind of just want to relax a little bit and allow myself that time to relax because it's been so hectic, and it's going to be hectic with the holidays, and like Tony and I are going to be working on the RV and stuff this weekend too. So I kind of just want today to be like a chill. Chill night would be a dream.